Yarn Besties. My name is Michael and I am the Crafty Crocheter, and welcome to another Crochet Therapy Thursdays with your host, the Crafty Crocheter. For those of you who are new to this session, basically these sessions are for us just to talk about crocheting, knitting, crafting, anything else that's on our minds. The only thing that I humbly request is that no subjects or controversial topics come up, because this is we're trying to keep everything G and trying to keep everything in a nice peaceful environment. So I know there's a lot of things going on in the world that contradict the peacefulness of what I'm aiming for, but I would just ask if you please just try to steer away from those. I mean, it doesn't mean I won't talk about it or address it. It's just I prefer that we do not talk about current events that could lead to politics, religion, sex, or wealth. So, and if you're watching this after the fact, this is the replay. Since if y'all are not, we're not able to make it to today's session, I thank you for tuning into the replay. Welcome to the chat to whoever joined the session today. How's your day going? Any fun projects y'all are working on? As for me, I'm still working on the Daisy Bouquet Lapgan. I'm working on the green border right now, on the green border before I do the leaf stitches. And this project is from the spring 2026 edition of Crochet World, which is out in store on shelves. So grab yourself a copy, and if you want to work on this project, feel free to do so. I did post a tutorial on the wrap double crochet stitch if you want to check that out. And I also posted a video today about my current whips as part of the National Crochet Month challenge that is happening right now. Hi, Christina. How are you doing today? Oh, that sounds like fun projects. And if you haven't already, give this video a like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe to the channel. And then as a result, you'll get access to a lot more informative and fun content, crochet about crocheting, knitting, crafting, or my yarn dances. And I have a couple cooking videos on there, but I don't think I'm going to do those anymore. But oh, hi, Doll. Yeah. No. I haven't done the tutorial yet, but I do have a similar watch of the same size, so I do have to get together a tutorial for that, a pattern for that watch case that you requested last week, so I can work on it today after this session is done. I have the perfect yarn in mind for that and the hook size in mind for that. So I just got to put it all together and formulate what I want to do. But I haven't forgotten about your request, Doll. So don't worry about having that shoved off to the back burner. I haven't forgotten about that. Yeah, like I said, I do have I have a similar watch to the one you mentioned in the last live stream. So I just gotta again, I got a formulated pattern for it, but it should. Oh, thanks. Yeah, thank you, Doll. Yeah, I'm gonna be here for another about to the top of the next hour, so or I may extend over it. So yeah, I'm not going anywhere. So if you need to do what you need to do, and then feel free to come back to the live stream. And so, like I said, I mentioned I posted a video today. I think came out about 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's about my current whips as part of the National Crochet Month Challenge for 2026. I went over this blanket, of course, this lapgan, and I also went over the triangular knitted shawl that I'm working on. I should have it done next week. So I should have it done next week. I just got to hunker down and just work those other 4 rows for the pattern. So I also posted a video yesterday for I think it was yesterday, about the Goodwill haul that I found at my local Goodwill, because there are times I'll go to that same Goodwill and it'll be hit or miss, where there'll be a couple items, a couple things of yarn and not a whole lot of anything else. But then the other day I went there and I hit the jackpot and I found two perfectly good in the packaging clover knitting needles and bamboo needles that you see in in Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I don't think Hobby Lobby carries those. I don't believe, but I know Michael's does. Yeah, I'm still waiting for I don't know if you saw my one short about I wanted to do like host like a Q&A session to where everyone emails me questions about crocheting, knitting, or crafting. Hi Roseanne, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Yes, Elevator has guide rail. I am a crocheter. I crochet a lot more than I knit, but I like to learn about everything. So I'm because there are some projects that you can do crochet wise that you cannot do knitting wise, and vice versa. Like if anyone saw that Stephen West MCal shawl, that was more of a knitted thing versus crochet. And I even tried to think how can I replicate this through crochet, but apparently I haven't really investigated into that. But yeah, Christina, you're right. Yeah, I thought they were, I think, $15 to $20 a pair for those needles. So I kind of scored on those. They were only $2 a piece. I was, even though the tag on the video said four, they rang up as two on the receipt. So I was like, holy, like words I can't, that I was lucky. I actually got those for a decent price. Okay, hopefully the trolls aren't coming out today because that sounds like a troll move right there. Like I said, we don't, no controversial topics in this chat, please, because we are. I'm trying to respect everyone's beliefs and okay. It's like I'm yeah, I try not to let things get to me, but I mean, come on, this is we're talking about crocheting and knitting and stuff here. I'm trying to avoid religious topics. So, hi Rosalind, how you doing today? Welcome to the chat. Now, if you're serious, Tammy, I could make you a moderator for this because I mean I've never done that before in these chats. I just like I'm still kind of fairly a babe in the woods when it comes to these live streams. I know I've done a few already, but I never messed around with the settings about making other people moderators. But if you're willing to do so, I can do that. Like I'm not sure how to do that, so all right, Tammy. I just made you a moderator for the chat. Thanks, Roseanne, for that assistance there. Because, like I said, I never dealt with that before, so, so I never thought I'd have to. But That's a good tip to learn, Roseanne. So I appreciate that a lot. And Tammy, thank you for stepping up to be a moderator for this chat. I mean, I've had some trolls in the past come in here, call me loser and all sorts of like stuff like that, but I don't let it get to me. I mean, there are worse things in the world to worry about than someone coming in here calling me names and things like that. So again, like water off a duck's back. So I mean, it's like you don't see me going into their chat rooms and saying all sorts of stupid stuff. So I don't know what gives them the right to do so. It's like, hey, it's like you don't know me other than what I already disclosed out in my video. So damn it. And questions that they raised, oh, about are you a crocheter? That's kind of like those Instagram scammers that go, oh, can you resend me the post? Like, the post is right there. Why should I resend it? It's like that's so dumb. It's like I've had a couple of those people do that to me. It's like, oh, can you send me the link? No, send me the post. The post is right there. You can just repost it. But apparently, those people, whoever they are, decide, oh, I'm gonna steal your work and make it my own. And so I'm assuming that's why. But and I did post a uh in my community tab, my community thing. I'm losing my words. So oh, thank you, Tammy. Yeah, this is the is for the Daisy Bouquet Lapgan. It's from the spring 2026 edition of Crochet World, and this is their main project, and this is what it looks like when it's supposed to be all done. I mean, yesterday I finished the base white round. It was like 32 rounds, and so I'm working on the 33rd round, which is the base green for where the leaves are going to go, and then this is where I attach the flowers once it's all done. I mean, I suppose I could keep going and going and going, make one of those like big giant rugs. I mean, it could be done. I mean, it can be done, but I just never thought of it. That I just went through the with the pattern on the in the magazine. So anyway, back to what I was talking about. I was talking about my post. My post. I mentioned about how I changed my standard greeting from Yarn Bombers to Yarn Besties because I kind of feel, and I'm assuming I'm feeling energy from everybody else saying maybe the word bombers has a sort of negative connotation, and it's kind of steering people away from the channel and my videos because again, and of course, what's going on in the world right now, I don't think that it's wasn't as friendly, I think. I mean, yeah, I got the idea from a TV show, like, but again, once I realized how it was coming off and why I haven't gotten a lot of engagement, it's probably because of that word of the greetings. Instead of saying yarn bombers, I'm going to call y'all yarn besties. So, like best friends. So, Yeah, and I even changed the description for my channel too. So it's not so and plus my emojis too. I don't use the bomb one anymore. I use like the heart with the heart hands thing after by with the yarn ball. So just to make it a little bit more friendly and let it a little more positive instead of using something that's got kind of a negative connotation. Because I'm an overall friendly person. I'm an easygoing guy, so I don't want people getting false idea about who I am. I mean, yeah, I have a great sense of humor, but I also know when to ease up, I guess. Yeah, and I always end my videos with positive affirmations about, spread love and not hate. So I guess another reason I use the heart hands is because of that. Plus, it sends a more loving, positive vibe. At least in my opinion, it does. Oh, the rain let up. Yeah, it was raining here earlier. It was like I was coming home from the gym, and it was like downpouring. It was like almost like a deluge of rain, but then now it's stopped. So that's good in a way. Now it's just all cloudy and miserable. And yeah, if anyone saw my one of my videos, I mentioned about how I wasn't able to see the lunar eclipse is because it got cloudy that morning of. So it was foggy too. So there was no way I was going to be able to see that eclipse. So I was kind of upset about it, but it is what it is. I can't get mad about something I can't have no control over. So I mean, there'll be other ones too. Oh, I'm in Ohio, Tammy. I'm in Akron, Ohio. It's about 40 some minutes out that 30 to 40 minutes outside of Cleveland. That's in a It's about 2 hours south, no, not south, northeast of Columbus. And then it's about oh nice. Oh nice. So you are what, about 2 hours, I think it no, 1 hour. I think you're in central time. So it's an hour behind me. So yeah, so when I do these things, I try to keep in mind the time zones too, because not everyone's going to be able to attend these things at the allotted time because again, time zone issues and like right now, like for example, in California, it's what about 10, no, 10:25. Take three away. No, 11:25. Because one of my past IT jobs, we would we would get calls from all over the country, and you had to keep in mind of the time zones too. And plus, so that's why I'm really cognizant about the time zones when I do these sort of things. Okay, yes, okay. Now, Tammy, were the skies clearer for you out in Nebraska as far as the alignment, the eclipse and the planetary alignment was concerned? Because I know my area was cloudy, but Roseanne was able to send me some beautiful pictures in my email with the planet with that alignment because it was cloudy around my area on that day, so I was kind of upset as well. But again, I can't get mad over something I can't control. So that's something I learned over the years is like you can't get mad over something you can't control. So whatever happens, and it happens for a reason. Oh, dang it. The no, that eclipse was on the 3rd of March. It was in at 6:04 Eastern Standard Time, which would have been 5:04 Central Time. I think it was right in the middle of totality when it was the moon turns red, right when totality hits. But the planetary alignment was on February 28th. It was right after sunset, I believe. No, Roseanne, I didn't get a chance to see that lunar eclipse. It was supposed to be a total lunar eclipse, and it was supposed to be one of those rare ones on the East Coast because I guess the moon was supposed to turn a really deep shade of red. That not because normally during a lunar eclipse, it turns like a rusty red, orange red color, but this one was supposed to be more of a deeper red color. But again, it was cloudy. I didn't get a chance to see it, so I mean, I've seen plenty of lunar eclipses before. I mean, it's not like I'm getting all like a end of the world type of scenario. It's just I thought it would be cool to see it because it was one of those rare ones. But it's like the past couple of mornings has been real foggy here. And then this weekend, Ohio's supposed to get like as almost 70 degrees for the heat for temperature, but again, it's supposed to have thunderstorms, so at least it'll be warm. Yes, I keep tabs of the weather. I mean, I'm one of those weather nerds. Yeah, I'm one of those weather nerds. I'm those astronomy nerds. So I like to keep up to date on everything. Anything that's like quite interesting. So, so for us three, for the three of us that are in here, any I know I think what's her name? Christine was talking about with the projects that she was working on, which was really interesting. I've done grading square blankets before, but I've never done fingerless gloves, so I may want to try that at some point. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do next after these two projects are done. I'm sure I'll maybe do another project from this magazine. I don't know. And I did subscribe to Crochet World, so I should get another magazine by summer, I believe. It's usually because I think they publish them every quarter for every season. So because I got the spring one at the grocery store, but then I mailed in that little card that you can fill out your name and address and email address on there, and you subscribe to the magazine. Speaking of which, has anyone tried to go to crochetworld.com? And did you get some sort of error saying that the site's unreachable? Because I tried that the other day. It was like I think it's like crochet-world.com or something like that. I mean, if you Google it, it'll give you the website address. Then when you click on it, it went and said unreachable. So I don't know if maybe they moved to another forum. I heard something about what's that what's that? Hang on, I do have like some company took them over, I think, or they like Annie Mays or something. Annie's Attic. That's it. That you can subscribe. You can get the subscription through Annie's Attic now, I think. Because before you can just go in through Crochet World and get their free patterns and sign up for their subscriptions. But then I went to the site and it said it was unreachable. So I'm not sure if they decided to take down their domain or. Welcome back, Doll ZW. I was thinking, Dolph, for that pattern you wanted me to do to come up with. I'm assuming you want some sort of opening on the side for the buttons for that smartwatch that you wanted the case for. I'm assuming that's what you're wanting because I did see the watch for myself after the last session and it had buttons on the side. I don't know if it was like the. So I'm not sure. I'm wondering if that's what you need too. It's like a little gap for when it surrounds the watch to have the access to the buttons on the sides. Oh no, no, I was talking about like, because the buttons on the watch are there natively, right? And then, but I was wondering if for the case that's gonna engulf it, if you need like a little gap between the yarn on the sides, so you can. Oh, okay. So I was just thinking that because I saw the watch online, I thought maybe the little get to the buttons too without having to take it off and get to the buttons, but now that you're saying you don't need the buttonhole on the side, so I can just make it a solid thing. So that makes it a little bit easier. So I appreciate that, doll. Thank you for that input because I was thinking about that too when I saw the watch. I'm thinking maybe because there's buttons on the side, well, the little buttons on the side of the watch that you might need some little hole to where you can need access to those buttons. So I really appreciate you for clarifying that for me. Okay, yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm not like I said. I didn't know if you needed anything with like the access to the buttons on the side of the watch. So I saw there was a few of them. That's why I was asking. But I do want to measure that watch again. Just the watch I have on hand. That's kind of close to what the watch you're wanting me to create the case for dimension wise, because I want to make sure I get the right dimensions before I start just crocheting away and doing a test run. But I do have a hook size in mind. I do have the yarn in mind, because I'm trying to think of maybe a thinner yarn like DK, a size 3 or a size 2. Because if you do a 4, it's going to be real too bulky. So I'm going to do some couple test patterns, and I'm going to write things down as I go along. So that way, whenever I perfect it, I can create the pattern and publish it. I didn't find the actual YouTuber, but I did find the watch, because I think someone in the chat mentioned what kind of. No, you mentioned what the watch was, and then they found that, and I actually found it on YouTube and saw the reviews and everything for the watch, and I saw what it was. But I can definitely try to find that YouTuber. I mean the name just didn't jump out at me right away, so I was trying to find the person, but I did find the make and model of the watch that you were wanting the case for. So that's how I discovered it had the holes in not the holes, the buttons on the sides and so forth. Which again was why I was asking if you needed to have access to those buttons on the side, but now you're stating that you don't, or that may not need to have the holes in the side. But again, I do have a yarn in mind. I do have a hook size in mind for that. I just have to measure the watch I have in stock, the watch I have that kind of resembles it, and then just start working with the yarn and go from there. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I couldn't find that person online. I couldn't find a person on YouTube, but I did find the watch. So I'm gonna go through my crochet hooks now and see if there's, because I do have one in mind that I want to use for that project. Let's see, maybe that one, maybe a 3, maybe. I'm trying to see where my I need small DK. Actually, I think one would be too small. See, that's a 3. Maybe a 3 might. Maybe 3mm, maybe. I got my brain churning, so now I got the. I think this is a size 2. See, that will work. No, I don't have any pets. I did have a cat, but he died years ago. He was an elder cat, and then towards the end he had some sort of intestinal cancer and couldn't digest any food, and so he would keep eating plastic all the time and throw everything up. I guess he was doing that try to self-soothe, but in the end it was a way to put him down, way to euthanize him. So I mean, it's sad. I mean, I wish the cat would have lived longer, but because he was a really friendly cat. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you can't get mad at something you can't control. So, and yeah, he was a gray and white. He was like a gray tuxedo cat. Yeah, pink nose, pink paws. It's like he would rub it up on you, but he did not like being held at all. It's like you try to hold him, he'd be like trying to squirm away. It's like, but he was a lap cat too. He would jump up on your lap and make biscuits and then go to sleep on you. Oh, that's okay, doll. I mean, you couldn't have known. So, but I don't know. I was like, I guess I don't miss the fur and the the litter boxes and all that, but I do miss having the companionship of a cat. I mean, I'm not saying I don't like dogs. I mean, I'm more of a cat person because cats, they don't bark at things passing by the window, and I mean, but dogs, they're so cute and they're loyal and they jump up on you and they lick your face and everything. But I mean, I mean, I'm an animal lover, so. Because I don't know if I might get another cat again. If I go back to work and because my husband he works full time and it wouldn't be fair to the cat to have someone to be by itself all day and unless I work remote. But oh, Maine Coons I love Maine Coons. They're so adorable and fluffy and big. Because my I lived with my sister and she had a Maine Coon tabby one time when I was back when I was younger and she had a Maine Coon tabby and that cat was so affectionate. It's like it would like rub up on you. But again, all the hair. But that cat was so damn cute. And then she had an orange tabby and a peach tabby, and like it kind of reminded me of that show, The Cat from Hell. You were watching that, Roseanne, from a Jackson Galaxy. Like they have the stories like, oh, the cat's so loving to one person, but like Satan to other people. Like it's like man, it's like either that person does something to the cat and or it could have been abused in the past and then it got like how dogs sometimes don't like got men because a dog, I guess it could be a man trauma like abused the dog when it was a puppy and then the puppy grew up to mistrust guys and so I've heard of that before. Yeah, but all the cats I ever had, I mean, I never. Well, no, I take that back. There was one cat we had. It was a tuxedo cat. It was kind of mean. It would like, they scratched me in the face the one day. It's like I don't. It's like, but then but as far as all the cats I've ever had in my life, I mean, I think that was the only cat that was ever mean. Like it would just scratch at you, and Like the one time, it scratched my face, like think on right here. So I was, I mean, and generally cats, I love cats. I mean, cats come up to but all the cats I ever had in the past, they were nice cats. They were friendly. I mean, they would not hiss at me or scratch at me. Oh, Yorkies are cute too. Yeah, I can see. Yeah. So this neighborhood where I live, there's stray cats around here. I mean, they don't come up to you. I mean, the one neighbor's cat is kind of like I want to say it's more like a Norwegian forest cat because it doesn't quite have that Maine Coon size. It has the fur, but or it could just be a long-haired cat. If I was to get a dog, I don't know. I am kind of partial towards the Pembroke Welsh Yorkie, corgi, not corgi. Sorry, corgis are so dang cute. I like the stubby little legs and the big old head and the bobtail. Yeah, if I was there, we get a dog or a French bulldog. French bulldogs are cute too. Those big old ears and the big old snout, like, and he's like, I mean, I wouldn't get a big dog. I mean, big dogs mean bigger messes. So, I mean, I could be wrong, but I mean, I'm sure little dogs make just as much messes too. So, and Tammy, I'm sure you can attest to that. If like, because Yorkies are pretty small dogs by nature, so I'm assuming they make a lot like big, like their own messes in their own way. But bigger dogs tend to make bigger messes. Let's just put it that way. But again, I wouldn't. I mean, I like dogs. I like dogs. They're cute, and so is the Maine Coon dog. So is the Maine Coon like a tabby cat? Is it orange? Or what color is it? What color pattern? Because Maine Coons come in different types of colors. I know the one my sister had was a tabby. But if I was to get a cat again, I would say I would get maybe like a Russian blue or like a black Angora cat. Because my sister's cats at one time, she had three of them, and they lived with me and my husband for some time. And the Russian blue was a very sweet, adorable, friendly cat. She would like jump on your lap, make biscuits, fall asleep, and then her name was Jasmine. And then the other cat, black cat, her name was Onyx. She was all black, green eyes. Again, beautiful cat, friendly cat. Oh, orange. Oh, the orange Maine Coon. Oh, that's pretty adorable. Now, does your cat come up on you and bug you when you're crocheting or knitting or anything like that, and go after the yarn and anything like that? Or anyone else who has cats in this chat, like cats instinctively go for the yarn, like yarn balls, like you make a ball of yarn and then just chases it. Uh, yeah, the sacrificial yarn, the yarn scraps that you give to the cat. Yeah, I heard that yarn's not really good for cats to try to chew on either because of the fibers. I think that the acrylic fibers can get in their throat. I mean, that's just what I heard. I mean, I say you should not let your cats play with yarn because of the fibers off the yarn could get caught in their throat and or they create hairballs and they hack it up. So for all those in the chat, I thank y'all very much. You came into the chat today. This is really excellent. I'm really loving this interaction, feedback, and and to show me how to be a mod to make people moderators, which is fantastic. Because again, I've never done that before. So thank you, Roseanne, for that, and thank you, Tammy, for wanting to be the moderator for today's therapy session. Because again, those trolls come in sometimes, and it's kind of like, okay, why bother? Like, why you're here bothering us? I mean, I'm just trying to be stupid, and it's like trying to run a good time, man. I suppose I could probably use that yarn that's kind of see if I have any. Is that stuff that kind of reminds you of that drawstring type that you see sometimes for like athletic pants and things like that. It's kind of like a see if I have any. Where do I know I have some somewhere. It's kind of like it's drawstring material, like cord material. Thank you, Roseanne. Yeah, it's got that polyfill in the middle, then there's like a cord around it. It's like a casing around it. I'm sure that might not be as bad because there are no loose fibers that could get dislodged and possibly build up in the cat's throat and create hairballs and any more than they already make when they clean themselves. So for the three people who are in this chat right now, is anyone else doing the crochet month challenge? Like, because you can go, I think it's if you see it on Instagram or Facebook or something like that, they have it's like a list of 31 challenges to do for the month of. Yeah, true, Tammy, but I didn't want to come out and say it, but again, I'm trying to keep it G and not to curse so much and try not to go on rants. So dang it. Sweet. Yeah, I hear you, Roseanne. Yeah, I guess they say that there's I guess part of the rules is you don't have to do them every day. You can combine them. You can go off. You don't have to go down the list and do one. Oh, for day one, introduce yourself. Day two, whips. Day three, and so forth. You can just jump around and do the ones that you want to do. You can probably post pictures on your Instagram or Facebook or other social media, or post it on YouTube. I'm gonna try to do as many as I can. I probably won't do all of them because, like for my first video, I kind of combined two of the tasks into one. So I may do that again for another video. For if I see two topics that are kind of related, I'll just combine the two and be able to kill two birds with one stone, so to speak. But yeah, this is one of those things I've done for the first time, as far as taking on a challenge like this, just to see what everybody else is doing and how they're doing things. Are you talking about the Lapgan doll? This one, the one I'm working on right now? Let me pull up because the diameter for this blanket says about 46.25 inches in diameter. I think it includes the border. So by the time I get this done, it should be about 46.25 inches in diameter. So it's supposed to be, once you roll it, it's supposed to resemble a bouquet of flowers, which is why they call it the daisy bouquet lapgan, because it's kind of like not exactly a throw, but yet it covers your lap, which I guess is why they're calling it a lapgan. But once I get this base border done, then I got to do the next the round with the leaves on there, and then I got to make the flowers and then sew on the flowers to these little yellow buttons, and then sew the flowers in between the leaves in the final round. So it's supposed to resemble this. It's supposed to resemble that when it's all laid out, but then it has it to where it resembles a bouquet of flowers when it's rolled up. Yeah, it's a lot of work, Roseanne. You're right. It's a lot, especially the white, the base round, the big giant round. Because basically you're just increasing and increasing until you get to the final. Well, even this edge here is an increase round too. And then the final round is supposed to be, remembering in the instructions, it looks like it's not a. So the last round for the little the leaves is not an increase round. Oh yeah, I got to make including these two, I got to make 34 more of these. So I got to do 34 more of these, and plus I got to make 36 flowers that goes around the entire lapgan. And I'm got a couple of yarn colors in mind for the flowers too. I mean, but these things whip up like nothing, so I can just go through these like crazy. But yeah, it's a lot of work because it's all these little pieces, like you said, Roseanne, and then you got to attach this into the middle of the flowers, and then you got to sew the entire flower onto the border in between the two leaves that go like that. All right, so I think I'm gonna wrap up today's session. So I appreciate everyone who came to the session today and interacted with me and gave me a lot of great ideas, a lot of suggestions, tips on how to make people moderators. Again, thank you for that, Roseanne, and thank you, Tammy, for volunteering to be a moderator for today's chat. So let me trying to think what else to do. So, and Doll, don't worry, I am going to work on the pattern today for the watch case. So, and I already have, like I said, I already have a hook size on mine. I'm just doing some testing right now with some other lightweight yarn. So, and I'm going to test test it against the watch I have on hand that kind of resembles the watch you had mentioned. So again, thank you all for coming. Spread love and not hate. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to one another. Love each other. Be there for one another. Pay it forward if possible. Again, if you have any questions or comments that you want to email me, my email address is thecraftycrocheter7@gmail.com. And hopefully if you have any questions, I can address those in the Q&A session. So I'm still wanting to do that. And I may do another giveaway here soon. So I'm trying to think of what I want to do for the giveaway. I'll probably do like a yarn giveaway. So that should be a lot of fun. Because I tried to do that blanket giveaway and the winner still hasn't come forward yet with the shipping address. So I'm assuming that person basically is wanting me to keep the blanket. So, but they still have till tomorrow to send me their information for mailing and shipping purposes. So I may just keep the blanket for myself at this point because it's been 2 weeks ago. And so, yep. So again, don't forget to grab your crochet hooks or your knit needles, grab that yarn, create something beautiful today, and take care of yourselves and each other.